Morse Mutual. How can I be? I think we can do that.
A clean family style entertainment. It is clean doesn't mean boring. Honestly, ping pong. Yesterday, the ping pong shower guy spit them out everywhere. I see ping pong ball yesterday on YouTube. It's funny how Sonic was. And Danny's going to be banging off the record this year. He's the way he's coming to and you will call him number 10, so it's a trivia question, and hopefully we can get you up with these tickets. Have you been to the Comedy Bar? It's been years. Well, I want to send you right here. I want a trivia question about a okay, here it is. That's multiple choice. What's the name of the exclusive country club that serves as the setting in Caddyshack? Is it Bushwick Country Club? Is it Bushwick Country Club? Or is it Wood Country Club? That's Casey, I do to you. Thank you for listening. It's the Bushwick Country Club in Caddyshack. And let's go back to the Michigan and see what tickets. Have you been to the Comedy Bar? Really weird. Anyway, said you got Clean Comedy Days is the 28th. So Casey, do hang on. Money is blessed. We'll get you lined up. And we'll get you fixed up those Comedy Bar tickets. Tickets will get away tomorrow between 10 and noon right here. So now let's back up and try to win again. This is the constant bill that's sitting on Tennessee Water for the weekdays. Tennessee teachers who can still carry a Bible and certainly you've seen something or heard something in the news about this. Now, the governor is expected to either sign the bill or allow it to become law.
Merriweather, for all your private security.
So after the game, let me ask you what your thoughts are on this bill. Okay, at 865-656-8255. You can text us or you can call us 656-TALK.
Target confirmed.
Right out of the gate, offer your thoughts. I'm sure you're aware that you've already had some opinions on this, why you like it, and I'd love for you to share those with us. Let me guide it. On Tuesday this week, Tennessee High School say that's a deterrent to Tuesday students. The bill is authorizing the use that numbers for the characters that we have done on school subject to certain conditions. And here are those conditions. Get an enhanced carry.
Hey, what's going on? How much you paying for this? Okay, let me go to work.
Each year at the educator's expense. You must also undergo a psychological exam by a Tennessee license. This bill begins Tuesday. Those who oppose the Achievers in Nashville were filled with those who opposed this began chanting "New Hands" over and over. That's why this. So this bill does not require teachers' security. It is strictly national. You want to, and you can meet all of the standards as laid out in. There's also no requirement for parents to develop that their child's teacher is carrying with them. And as we've learned, not all school districts will allow weapons in the classroom regardless of the law. There's a get written authorization for the superintendent and the principal and the chief of the appropriate law enforcement agency. So Oak Ridge City school officials have already come out and said they will not be granting permission for teachers to carry concealed weapons.
The mission was a success. Thank you for choosing Merriweather.
Told WBLT-TV that the board must have a policy to align with the law. She said they will come down to the sheriff's department.
Hello, the target is down. Contact me if you need anyone else dealt with.
In their children's schools, it will come down to the community. Instead of in the legislature, they will be shifted to see what we want. And obviously, I have not seen any clue as to what the Knox County school system will choose to do. I know there's something different for the sheriff, but I don't think they will.
Dr. Weiswick said that they will follow the law, and like this, Ms. Mike says, they will align, they have to follow the law. And I have not heard of any protests, but that does not mean that they're not possible that people may protest if Knox County Schools choose to allow this.
Okay, so it sounds like, based on those comments, that they plan to follow the state legislature's lead on this, and we'll have to wait and see. Perhaps teachers in high school or employees hear this.
It's a big full time. Like a substitute teacher can't come in and be carrying.
Another one is stipulations. So to see the reaction, not just across Tennessee, but across the country, the law. Teachers will be walking around our schools with holsters of weapons the very next day. It's not that easy. Local school districts still have to get the okay, so does local law enforcement. Then there's the background checks, the mental evaluation that must be passed, and the 40 hours of training that must be taken. Again, with the reactions across the country by the media, Jimmy and Big Tennessee, so they're saying allow teachers to have a weapon. Did you? 30 states already allow school employees to have a firearm on campus.
I did not know that until all this came.
It's going to get a lot of attention. What's getting a lot of attention with the national media and other media is that Tennessee is going to allow this. In a state, but more than 40 states already have something similar to this according to the national states on K-12 school grounds.
Listen, there's cameras on site. The last thing we need is the LSPD bursting in, so keep your head down in there.
Louisiana, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Montana, New Jersey, Illinois, Oregon, South Carolina, Texas, Utah, Vermont, just in those states, you're good. In these states, you need a concealed carry and nothing more. These states, you need the permit and permission from the school. Idaho, Indiana, Missouri, and Oklahoma. In these states, school employees must carry with permit and permission from the school authority, as an example in Kansas. Permission from school authority required training.
Hey, see anything that mentions the Lao princess? Sticky bomb it. That's my uncle's ship.
Texas, Wyoming.
Oh, and
I mean, honestly, did you know that more than 30 states already allow school employees to carry firearms on campus? It's different from state to state.
And we did have a lot of stipulations attached to ours. It's like stages and
As you just heard, there are stipulations for cities. Why is such a big deal being made over Tennessee right now? I think it's because it's the latest. And the prospects of the anniversary saying recently. The anniversary.
there was one.
All of them else April 15th. I think that's 2 things. In a survey released last year, randomly surveyed teachers conducted with the Rand Corporation, about 20% said Army teachers with base 26% were neutral on the issue. That leaves 54% who said the change would make schools less safe. By the way, the Rand Corporation this is how it bills itself, a nonpartisan, nonprofit research organization that provides public policy analysis and objective research services. 54% said it'd be less safe if we get more guns inside schools. So why that? Critics of school employees carrying firearms think a measure will make a school less safe. Plus, filling our schools with more weapons can only lead to one thing: guns falling into the wrong hands. And repeat that. Filling our schools with more weapons can only lead to one thing: guns falling into the wrong hands. So I don't see this as a filling of our schools with more weapons, and I also think this can lead to more than just one thing. It might also lead to the intended purpose of shutting down a potentially nefarious situation as soon as possible.
Yeah, the teachers must leave the guns on their desk while they, go out and get a snack. I mean, come on.
I look for news stories where a student got their hands on the gun of a school employee and used it in an evil way. Can't find anything. Maybe it's happened, but I can't find it. So remember the Marjorie Stoneman High School shooting 6 years ago in Florida? Remember the Baldwin School shooting 2 years ago in Texas? Of course you do. In both cases, officers remained outside the schools for a really long time. The situation inside escalates and the tenants for the passive. Those situations would be different if a teacher or a school employee actually had and they were trained to do it. Thinking about this, Tennessee, a lot of employees carry firearms. Thankfully, I've never received this text message from my members. But if I had ever received a message from one of them during their time at school, and the message said something like, "Someone's putting a gun inside the school, or people locked in right now," in that moment, if the ability to immediately get a gun in your teacher existed, I don't know which parents would. If that's your privilege in the heat of the moment, then why would you want to allow the same thing before something happens? If you lined up for us, that's how I feel about this potential new law. How do you feel it's successful for hits and calls? And get your thoughts on this when you finish your Saturday, play a game show, drop your text, and watch them bounce down to play your cash prize. Rating for shows, get the race to take out the big city, let's just understand that venture to segregate those life who really believes a significant amount of this. That's beautiful. That's great. Once it's gone, then slowly but surely you're going to return to your old habits. And guess what? The weight comes back. And that's where Dr. Brad's plan is so different from many others. He teaches you how to weight. Losing it is works. Keeping it all house is Dr. Brad's going to usher you back into your day-to-day lifestyle in a way that you will understand how to enjoy great foods. Keep the weight. 865-444-2189 is the phone number for a free consultation. 444-2189. Visit online at Brad's and wellness. display upgrading and PPP over 900 schools, Lone Star transfer, all guaranteed. These are all like virtual in writing courses. My friends have over 18,000 people at Lone Star schools. People trust their children with most precious possession. The next thing is to be a good educator, expected to be trained in first aid, CPR, and how to react to different seizures and other emergencies like fleeing corruption. It's one that they want them not to be the first line of defense for an avid shooter that chose to make everything corruption. The only reason that we're talking about is which we've seen in Vegas, of course, the baseball is made to take witnesses using this. The things who want this change their mind if they had a text message from their own active shooter situation telling them what was going on. Sometimes these things that teachers are going to we don't even know which teachers may or may not have guns. But as far as falling into the hands of students, it's something evil being done with them. I just look for the examples that you always have to say this every night. I'm not saying they don't exist. I did the search and just can't find any examples. Welcome into you.
Well, first of all, probably being a little bit naive. Just a 40-hour training is not going to teach a teacher on how to respond to a situation like that. Let me give you an example of our situation.
Grab your ride and head up to the doors. I'll be in touch.
Are you going to be able
By
to
the way,
train students to get them to a safe spot and address the threat at the same time? No logic in that. I'm a firearms instructor. I own a firearms training company, so I've got a little bit of experience in this. What needs to be done, in my opinion, is the teachers need to be trained from their classroom to defend the classroom, okay? You need a two-step process here. You need a defense and you need an offense. So I don't feel every teacher should have a gun. I feel there should be certain individuals in the schools that have a gun that can respond appropriately. My opinion is the teacher's first job is to get the students in the classroom, get the door closed, and defend from that position. That's a fatal funnel. You have to come through that door. There's no way a teacher's going to be able to get those kids corralled and face the bad guy at the same time. It's not going to happen, Bob. Anybody believes that's naive. They should have a offensive plan and a defensive plan. Teachers, protect the students, get them in the classroom, get them in the lock. Then we have your team to do the bad guys. You can't do it.
Okay, so how do you read correctly? You don't necessarily agree with the bill as you said, but you do think there's validity
my
to
uncle
some
might be a seriously bad guy, but his taste in guns?
Yeah, you can just the teacher who should have under three personalities and they know that I've done what in space.
This is it! This is it! My uncle should stuck out and see, we got all the kids we need. It's just a bunch of heavily armed psychos between us and a totally unique fucking beautiful car. Time for some motherfucking pirate shit!
All they need to do is go along and take fire from a pretend purpose. Then they have their
say to that point, there are 30+ states that allow this in some form or fashion already, and I've yet to see an example of where a gun got out of control of a school employee. I'm not saying it has to happen, I just don't see that.
But it's reasonably it has to, but it has to happen with people. But I just don't have that fire.
Already so good, you feel me? The patrol's waiting on notice you, but once you're on board, face to face, you're gonna get some looks. That's why, hear me out, you're gonna climb up the good shape.
You make a really good point. Thank you much for your perspective. I appreciate that. That's a good point. I get where he's coming from. As far as the responsibility and the different things that you're putting on the teacher, again, you don't. This is not a requirement. The teacher doesn't feel comfortable carrying a gun. I think they can carry it. And perhaps maybe, to his point, you want specific people to go to school, those who maybe have more experience or more.
Okay, let me check in with our air support. Golden Bird, this is Turkey. Do you copy?
Let's say for instance, maybe training the learning so welcome in the office.
Over and out. Hey, boss, what do you think of my convicts? Pretty lit, right? Right?
And the school resource officer in each school, you know who they are. They've got a uniform. Okay, so that's not coming in. That's going to be the first target to take it, okay? The only way we're going to be able to ensure the safety of our children is to make it unsafe for a shooter to go in there. And the thing is, we have random people doesn't have to be a majority of the league, it has to be 10% of the staff and the teaching. Even our opportunity is be there, okay? Teachers, yes. Yeah, they have to be right. They didn't make their room in that room. But you have to have some members of the staff also running around that league. I want to know who they are. And as for your comment, I did this research about a year ago, and there is not a single case of anybody ever having a gun incident in a school from a legally owned weapon carried by somebody who's authorized to do that. It just doesn't.
You're on board. Find the captain and I'm incapacitated. Go to the neutral terminal on the bridge.
I think you're backing on that search that you did about a year ago, and I did one this morning. Can't find an incident, so I appreciate you letting me know about your research as well. Thank you for your thoughts.
Take care, sir.
Reman mentioned the school resource officer. We throw this at you. I was texting with Representative Jason Zachary, Knoxville representative in Nashville this morning. He was strongly supportive of this. He had a few extra thoughts, and Raymond reminded me. Let me go back just a little bit first. We've discussed he passed a bill in 2016 that allows teachers to carry in distressed counties with very few requirements for those teachers who choose to carry. At that time, very few of the rural schools had SRO, school resource officers. 0 incidents since that time. So a form of this bill has been in play in Tennessee for 8 years. 0 incidents. He said this legislation expands statewide. There's more requirements on any teacher who'd like to carry. Some things that we mentioned: the training, the 40 hours, the background check, the psychological exam, the approval of the superintendent of the local law enforcement agency. And this is the part that Raymond reminded me of when he mentioned the school resource officers. Representative Zachary says we have more than 500 open school resource officer positions across the state. More than 500 positions that are open. Nobody's filling these positions. He goes on to say that many of these rural elementary schools in Tennessee are 20 to 30 minutes from police response. They're out in the country. We have to give these communities the ability to protect children in school. That's why this bill is so important. One more thing that I'm afraid that brings back to get a whole bunch of homes. If you are going to enter a school with plans to do harm, you're not sure, as Raymond mentioned, which person may or may not have a weapon. You're not sure which school has several folks who may or may not have a weapon. Eric, you brought up a good point yesterday, saying many times these people who do these kinds of things, this is their end game. It doesn't matter. This is the way they're going to go out. So it really doesn't matter. But at the same time, I think if their end game is to create havoc and harm, they're going to choose as soft of a target as possible. The threat that somebody inside or a whole bunch of somebody's inside has a weapon, it might slow down what they are planning to do. That's at least perhaps another small deterrent. You gotta vote. Well, yeah, you do. Kyle, Steve, Chip, Sam, sit tight. I'll get your calls when we come back on board.
Yeah, I'm enjoying beautiful fall. Your day full of showers. Heavy sweat tomorrow. Super today, all sunshine. Light cool breeze out here. That's the interval high of 75 degrees. The scatter clouds slowly start rolling in. Tonight with warmer tonight with 50 to spotty rain. Morning cool and scatter rain than tomorrow. Even if the universal weather center, chief meteorologist Harry Lake.
You're listening to Dark Road with Unfriendly Financials giving you a team spot 98.7. Giving you okay out. You know, he's hard to do. We take the 10 a.m. Team spot 98.7. Okay, insanely clean markets, no residue. Zero is not the limit. Senior Benefit Incorporated, locally owned, family owned. This is your go-to when it comes to Medicare-related questions or issues that you might have. Turning 65, let's get in touch with SBI. A couple months before that 65th birthday, so they can make this a really easy transaction for you. 865-862-4298. You got supplemental insurance, they can very likely save you some money on a monthly basis. That same number in a few minutes, they'll check across the nation, see if they can get you the same exact plan at a lower cost. You can do this year round. 865-862-4298. The experts are standing by, and their services to you. Senior Benefit Incorporated, check it out. Get edgy, get sexy. Dive into the world of sedges with us this season. Grass-like sedges blend with any garden scheme and provide much-needed texture, wildlife food, and habitat, and erosion control. Today, Monday and Mondo grass, there are sedges for sun or shade garden. Sedges also act like a living moat with a perennial flatbed. So what's not to love? Blue Ridge Garden Center. Get your hands dirty. It's good for you.
Since 1978, Chancey and Reynolds have serviced all HVAC brands and they feature work equipment for the installation. If the big dog and you completely got maintaining your home separate, if they need service and repair on your HVAC, they can do that. If your heating area needs to be replaced, they can do that. If your ducts need cleaning, they do that too. Chancey and Reynolds are
Codes? There should be a terminal in the bridge with cargo info. Could help us find our car.
You'll feel better, you'll feel better. It's time for you to spring in the summer with a younger you. And be the younger you. Not soon. Be the younger you. And we got total response to bring the month of April. Call 498-3000 or visit BeTheYoungerYou.com now. Have a take my life, you bet you. Lower A1C, lower blood pressure. I feel other than if you.
Alright, you know what you're looking for? Time to put those bomb cutters to use and break into those containers.
So feel better, eat better, great labs, and you're
Here we are. 865-498-3000 or video.com. It's time for Knoxville's favorite springtime celebration. Dogwood Arts is back with a full calendar of events. The entire family. Follow the pink lines and explore over 90 miles of distinct cover trip and open gardens. A nice tradition since 1955. Hopscotch to chocolate and make vendors at the Dogwood Arts Festival. With over 100 our vendors, live entertainment and trucks from World's Fair Park from April 26th to April 28th. Enjoy the live music and southern skies. Pro Meditation, 30 minutes, Maggie Rose, and many more. And don't miss our brand new Tennessee Whiskey Spirit, where you can sample spirits from across the country. Make it left from World's Fair Park. Make it you'll never forget Knoxville's favorite springtime celebration. Presented by Detroit Health that was ready. And Dogwood Arts. For more details, brought to you in part by News Talk 98.7, John Supporter, Dogwood Arts. Let's jump back in. Get some text messages and some phone calls here on this gun mission. Question: how many hours of firearms training does a police officer get in the academy? More or less than 40 hours. 40 is what this bill requires. School employees who are carrying, they must get 40 hours. According to the Bureau of Justice Statistics report, police academies in the U.S. spend an average of 71 hours on firearms training. So our police and deputies get, on average, 71 hours. This bill requires 40. Is that enough? I don't think maybe not. Maybe it needs to be 40 hours on a yearly basis. I don't care if you have 80, I don't care if you have 100, nothing prepares you for standing there face to face and with another gun pointed at you. Sure, I say that's where a police officer or deputy is. Yeah, and I don't, there definitely needs to be some training. We'll never come to an agreement on how much that training is. But I think also you can't put, by the same token, you can't put a limit on it. The number of that, is something that needs to be practiced regularly. You could have and readiness, Hey, Chip, thanks for hanging on. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Bob. This is Greg. You did the now is your the first text you read. I'm a 30-year retired teacher, starting in 1999, part-time, a lot of 30-year retired teacher. I can tell you this, there's a big misconception. You're not going to look for the active shooter. It's in the class for 30 years. You get a lockdown code, out of the school does. You walk it over, you barricade it over. Both of them, you got it. You turn the lights down, you tell your kids to be quiet. You get in the further corner of this second one. You barricade it over. Both of them, you got it. You tell your kids to tell your kids.
Chip, we have lost you. Hey, Chip, we've lost you, and I don't really hate that because you got the perspective of a school teacher. I think what he was saying, and maybe I'm speaking for you, but this is something that I kind of agree with. Yeah, I think he was saying as a teacher, you want your fortify as much as possible. You get students wherever you decided to get the students, and then the teacher would be there, not necessarily going to seek an active shooter, but there as a means of last defense. Yeah, it's defensive stance, not defensive stance. Okay, I did that. Sorry we lost you there. Hey, Sam, good morning. How you doing?
I'm going to make this for about 4 years now. I've been in big overtime and finally stopped saying the same thing over and over again. It's already legal for anybody to carry a firearm in Tennessee schools. You can check it out. And that is to get all the guard certification. I did research like 15-20 years ago for the city of Maryville, and they just took the state school grant that we were getting and applied it to armed guard certification. They could have 67 personnel scattered amongst our schools that were legally carried firearms. So this is just another way to make something that's already legally, and here's the sad thing is, for the most part, they're not doing it. It's hard to legal that they're not taking advantage of the fact that ours. Now, thing too, I'm in these churches, I'm in these coffee shops, they're like people. On more than one occasion, I spoke to a principal before a school year began and requested a specific teacher because I'm trying to think of a way of not getting somebody in trouble. I had reason to believe that teacher was armed, and so I had to request that teacher teach my kids. I just don't understand these people that think that you have to. I wish somebody would let me defend my child. I guess my child would be thinking about it, go to sleep, or like, come on, man. I don't care. That's up to my kids. Somebody take whatever you're doing, and my father asked me to do.
Thanks for giving your thank you for checking back with us. Thanks for your points there. Kyle, let's slip you in before we run out of time.
I'm going to be real quick, Bob. I'd like to share my friend. Your firearm. It's more ways to get careful, but I think what people need to understand is that you're not forcing anybody to be armed, but if somebody comes in that school, like that's what this is. That's what I want them to do coming in. Well, I'm shooting as many as I can. If I come in and shoot one person, get shot or so, I just want to discourage them. And come like a comment, and I think a bridge. I think it's a political decision. I need to get to a lot of their constituents. But I interested them out there. That's how I always love the school in
I would hate to say it.
If I grab it before I do it, I'm true. Tell me about it.
That's a really good point you bring up there. Boy, yeah, nice. You know, for those who don't necessarily want school employees to carry conceal, I would say this. You don't want school employees to carry conceal until you need school employees to carry conceal. And at that point, it's too late. And I wish we had more time because I got more text messages and phone calls. Thank you much for your info. So, we need more time here on your.
Right up. Post nasal drip. Interrupted sleeping. I just brought you at the end of the day.
How much is it? Sinus congestion. We're making Jenna miserable. Then a friend recommended Lavage. Lavage will like immediate flow through the just with you. Want to hear without you with refreshing table. And it's nothing else you can do. What are the chairs are open? You can turn on. As the others to stop. Your big party. Listen to the Dave Marchino Show on News Talk 98.7 WOKS. The Dave Marchino Show. Dave, 24/7 at MCO.com. Oh, so you got a special food in the park. What is it? Get rid of so Jim, the great thing about reminding them to the government. He writes for us at the Daily Post. Check him out. Check out that stuff. I so bring it personally. Averaging over 2,000 calories per day. Save $50 on each 4-week food kit you purchase. Plus get free shipping on Ready Hour 4-week emergency food kits. If you're not ready, it's not Ready Hour foods. On Patriot Supply, you can also get solar power generators, water filtration units, heirloom seeds, and survival gear. Order by 3 p.m. The rest of my boxes ship the same day. Shop MyPatriotSupply.com today. MyPatriotSupply.com.
Good afternoon. It's 3 o'clock.
73 degrees. Sunny skies in Knoxville. I'm Robin Travers. I'm just on 58.7 WKI. News in a moment, but first, let's head right through for a check on traffic with Sherry Bigler. Robin, you are doing a pretty good job on the interstate. You are already bogging down through westbound and out of downtown, starting to slow a little bit. 75 eastbound, and 75 split out Loud County, and eastbound past Watt Road. No red spot reported at this time, though, and I don't think any of these interstate lanes or any of your main arteries blocked, and for that matter, we do have a little bit of slowdown here and there on Shore Drive, especially through Rocky Hill, on around Lions Bend, and then on up around Kingston Pike. Heads up in and around all of the active school zone. Local Jiffy Lube owner Joe Gleason invites you to Google KnoxvilleJiffyLube.com for coupons and locations, which now offer brakes, tires, and repairs. KnoxvilleJiffyLube.com. In for Pete Michael, I'm Sherry Bickler, live news of 98.7. Hey, Sherry. Continue to protest against Israel's action in its war against Hamas. Speaking on the Big Money Show on Fox Business Network, Florida Congressman Byron Donalds says college classrooms are becoming echo chambers.
When you're in some of these study universities, where you have professors just theorize about their political worldviews, that really centers on indoctrination. It's causing serious problems, not only at these universities, but it's a bigger issue than that. How come the President of the United States, how come he hasn't called for the National Guard to go in and protect students?
This after House Speaker Mike Johnson visited Columbia's campus Wednesday, where he called upon President Joe Biden to send in the National Guard to keep the demonstrators under control. Testimony continuing in former President Trump's hush money trial in New York City Thursday. Fox's Nate Foy reporting from New York City.
Taggart testified that he believed the motivation behind suppressing stories from women who claimed that they had affairs with the former president was to protect Trump's campaign rather than his family. He said Trump never mentioned his family in conversations about those stories. Taggart also said when he spoke to Trump about Trump reimbursing Michael Cohen for paying adult film actress Stormy Daniels, Trump told him he had no idea what Taggart was talking about. Taggart testified again about purchasing the lifetime rights to former Playboy model Karen McDougal's story as well. He said he did that in part because he and Cohen had concerns that would hurt Trump's campaign. Notably, he did not say those concerns came from Trump himself.
The former president is being charged with falsifying business records to cover up money payments made to adult actress Stormy Daniels following a reported sexual encounter. Former President Trump maintaining he's innocent. The man accused of driving under the influence, hitting and killing a 24-year-old man in Knoxville has been indicted by the Knox County Grand Jury. Shannon Walker has been indicted for vehicular homicide, reckless endangerment, possession of drugs and drug paraphernalia, and driving under the influence in connection with the death of Ben Fredage. Knoxville police say Walker was driving at Kingston Pike just west of Concord around 4 p.m. in August of 2023 when he crossed several lines of traffic, hitting Fredage. Prior to the crash, Walker had reportedly been taken to Northwest Medical Center after receiving Narcan and was discharged from the hospital about an hour before the crash. A bill named after Fredage, which aims to address opioid-related DUI cases, is headed to the governor's desk for his signature. Ben's parents saying they hope the measure will protect drug users from putting others in danger.
We want to see something change because that was so. That was a mystery why maybe there weren't some protocols in place that would protect people with addictions who overdose and receive that opioid antagonist like Narcan. So it's for the protection of everyone.
Kimberly Credich, speaking with our news partner, the BBL team. One facet of the bill allows first responders to inform a patient who gets Narcan of the dangers of driving over the next 24 hours. The City of Knoxville Police Advisory and Review Committee is meeting today to review cases from KPD's Internal Affairs Unit for the first quarter of 2024. There will also be a public forum. If you want to share your comments or concerns, or want to speak, you need to sign up online. The committee meets at 6 o'clock this evening in the City County building. It's 73 degrees under sunny skies in Knoxville. The Halloran Hilton Hill Show is up next. I'm Robin Travers on your station for news and talk in East Tennessee. News Talk 98.7 WOKI.
Listening to WOKI.
Buckle up.
It's drives on this. The Halloran Hilton Hill Show starts now. And it's in the right time. If you will it, so it can be your masterpiece. Here's how you do the afternoon. Think of 3 things for which you're grateful. Make the afternoon with all the joy, wonder, enthusiasm, and gratitude you can muster. Hashtag YG.
Enjoy the ride. This shit you get up to working for this family. Y'all are crazy.
Hey, welcome you to another afternoon
Go Bob off the record 9.0.
Try is nice, right? Get it back to the yard as soon as you can. We'll get our guy to fix up any dents.
It's gonna be nice.
Man, I bet you to whip that shit around. Can I see that? Just like take a few pics for my Snapmatic, you know? No? That's cool, that's cool, that's cool.
So what you mean? The kids are on the stuff. You stop that eat for them and die. Something in the broadcast that you chance to. Let me think about you. My colleagues, let me start warming up. Robin Schnapper. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Weather is so
I felt a little tickle in my throat.
yeah.
Today.
That's right. You were in East Tennessee now.
We went to East Tennessee for a year and a year and 5 months. And actually, it was a year and 5 months. So you just say this.
You want to play with me?
Yes, sir.
And you have that like all the different beautiful trails.
Yeah, like I got the info in it.
So have you been to the ponds?
I did not.
Have you been to Abrams Falls? You found yeah.
No.
Like these mountains.
I can't wait. Yeah, I can't. I think I just said that to them. Yes, we got to but the good news is, very comfortable. To have forever boots last and stop in the train. Just got to have to house.
Congratulations. That is awesome. Hey, great question. It's all good Now, take it after me, Christopher David D. Lane, a.k.a. Little Daddy, a.k.a. Chop 2, a.k.a. J.K.A. the trolling controller of this broadcast, a.k.a. Skinny Minnie, a.k.a. You Kids, a.k.a. the Elder of You. There we go.
I thought I might have to cover. I think he's had hot flesh in there. He was futzing with the thermostat.
It's not in the studio.
Don't move him up.
Yeah,
Taking it down this season, but it's not doing what it's supposed
something that they see there. Email to IT engineering.
How you doing there, Chris? Today's a perfect day for lunch. Humidity. Yes, sir. How long is it? You did that both things.
Like a purring like so.
I haven't had one motorcycle. Bicycles, yeah. Motorcycle. A motorcycle. And
They hit him.
no, it's next Saturday. We're supposed to.
It's supposed to be this Saturday. So it's next Saturday.
All we're doing is we gotta get a rehearsal time in.
Hey, Friday.
I know.
Yeah,
Sing it.
we're going to be good. I was with Sean today, by the way. Oh, I can't help it.
That laugh, that could be good or bad.
It's very good. Very, very good. Chris, when do you think you will pull your motorcycle out?
There you go.
In the next couple of weeks or so.
Why are you waiting that long? those odds, man. I don't like, I don't have a shed. I don't like cars outside. I mean, I like to drive. I don't like having a one wedge. It's a lot of problems. It's a lot of, you don't get much like that. You know, the whole putting it out, putting it back in, that's a whole thing. It is. It is. And then that's once I get the motorcycle out, it stays out until it turns cars stay outside. Yeah. Unless I have a shed, and I would have a shed if I'm saying, and come by the house and just say, give me that.
I was not going to be one to scratch that, to peel off that Band-Aid. It's already due.
Yeah, came by and said, give me that.
Yeah, we're too long.
Wait. He's not that shit. He's the in all its tracks. He said, you ain't gonna build, you ain't gonna buy it. What you mean? Let's support this for Sunday.
Man, my uncle's gonna be mad, bro. Take it easy.
40 degrees.
You need something?
I mean, the coolest teacher I've ever had. Video experience.
Got an issue with your high school sports? Positive Church Elements. PPM, the national nonprofit, offers 400,000 real-life resources for youth in high school sports.
They do cable rails. They do
Attention, medic.
Knoxville Land Design. Knoxville Land Design. Meticulous attention to detail. We do it all. Trust them. Students are great. They can do it. Knoxville Land is that different.
Exactly. I saw it's over and behind us. But I don't know firms really have in this moment the video wants to do the right thing. If the jury will do the right thing, we're not going to say this, right? And everything's by design. We're in a case that was 8 years old, over the statute of limitations, was denied by some bans that brought only after President Trump's sentence and run for office. And like you said, look at how many people they've got. I can't talk about it, but the overview is the constitutional gap. I think that we should also take a look at who's on that team and where those people came from. It's
everything okay?
As you know, and I know you know it well, and we're really free from the lives of this conversation.
Says, I don't know. That is the word. Okay, number 2. 234 years. Based on 234 years. See what it is. It was waiting for it to remain faithful. Then, tweeting things is that saluting false is that the winner from the species of living that existed before and then countless of the laws to the importance of personal being. But anyone would say that it would be reasonable for a president for his official to do that. Your Highness is with them very persuasively and Fitzgerald that the allegation is particular that. And therefore, if that were the doctrine of the purpose of the prize, the objective after their immunity, and immunity which has reflected in many other cases. Various if what you're saying is right, it would seem that would have been right for the prosecution of some.
Do you think it can be operated with one hand?
All the paparazzi in this town are in the refrigerator in the back.
That they're right. Dealing with the people who stay home events. Justices Brown, some of them, they give you a little bit of the flavor. They bring
Hey, boss.
Nation history, a third of a man or woman is doing as well as deserve transfer authority. That is the social compact breaking down. People aged 30 to 34, 60% of the 1990s had one child. It was 27%.
Oh, hey, buddy.
America, they're not optimistic about it. They're not having kids. Young people aren't having sex. They're not meeting. The pool of emotionally and economically viable men shrinks every day, which lessens household formation. But we have a real issue. Young people are enraged, so it turns every cut, every movement into an opportunistic infection because they are just pissed off. They look up, they see wealth, exceptional wealth across my generation and people in certain industries, and they are really struggling. Their purchasing power is going down, and the incumbents create artificial scarcity on campus and take pride in rejecting 9%.
Hey, are you looking after this passed out guy? Well, from what I've been told, this isn't so much...
Housing permits, people, house prices about $290 to $420. So a young person, a house, students that would skyrocket value, have COVID relief, and flush the markets, take assets away, because if 1 million people died, would be bad, would be tragic, if I got less for they're doing it on their credit card. Young people have every reason to be enraged, and every issue they see.
How we doing out there? Our guys still have a pulse? Because if not, this just became a very different kind of favor you're doing for me. I mean, I'm grateful either way, just hoping we can keep things simple.
And we have this vision to I'm sure the people like this to stay and think that the concept of when it's the professor's got in talking about the years at that age we're California qualified minutes for playing it is down he has an actual age is only about
Maybe I'm gonna find a Kokari diamond ring on the street today. You never know what the day brings.
My children did not have it here.
You told them fucking idiots.
They did.
No.
And it was by default. My children. Makes think it was a swing and a miss on that. My kids have done okay. They've gotten their educations. But they also have hit the reality of like trying to come out of this and trying to and Scott Galloway was talking about the race that he's seen, especially amongst young men. Did you hear that?
Anything I can do for you, boss?
In that demographic of young men, it's very, very good. A generation ago, 60% of them were married. 60%. The numbers have 26%. That is a significant statistic. If you are a young person listening to me this afternoon, especially a young man, I would like to talk to you now. Brace yourself for the old men that are going to talk to you this afternoon. Brace yourself, young.
I'll be here.
Brace yourself. Brace yourself. I am going to start my monologue this afternoon after the break with an apology. But God, Galloway, he grabbed my attention when he said the first this generation's.
Hey, partner, you know the big advantage of legal weed in San Andreas? Now we get paid to do the same fucking dirty work, but we picking up a fat-ass corporate check, baby. Look, ain't no more running around doing hits for Gerald ass. This shit going towards your retirement fund, homie. So this time, our executive overload looking to reinforce monopoly on production up in Grapeseed. See,
They're angry and more susceptible to protest than anything else because of their economic frustration. I'm going to tease this out a little bit, but I'm going to talk about what it means to be. Like, I want you to have a conversation, but I'm going to talk about what it means to be. And there is a concept of fear that I want to tease out and see.
This report is sponsored by the 10-4 veteran tax have plenty of music. Dude.
Was it look as good? Fair question. Key Knoxville. Key Knoxville. That's Key Knoxville.
Okay. Okay.
Voice radio experience. My apologies to every young person listening to me that we may believe that this was was better. I was trying to think about if I had it better as a 30-year-old than today that are 30 years old. I don't think I get married. That's you see that as a huge if they get married, they're not married is not a priority. And so in America now, as people struggle so much, they will say it's because we are getting, especially Americans who conservative and conservative values. If you need rich family formation, a lot of structures fall out of and revolve around sustaining or incentivizing family. Right? That's so all of the structures, family structures that support all of the ideas that you want people to embrace in society. I don't think I considered as carefully how much of the transfer of those values was dependent on strong families. And so we're watching fewer and fewer people get married and establish families and have those families, family traditions and quote-unquote family values. That's a whole other conversation. I mentioned this the other day. We are living in a post-mortem America. Like conservatism doesn't need to be. It is a political construct. That mainly, the moral dimension is not what it was. That's not how it works. That's not how the gravy is made these days. So I was thinking about this. Eric Galloway used a term. He said the number of economically viable men. The pool of economically viable men is like me. A man
Attack is the best form of self-defense. Am I right?
Good credit. Can provide food, clothing, and shelter. The basics plus opportunity to care for
Let me know how you get on.
In a world where
Bye.
we wrestle with the notions of equality and equal
Have a
rights,
good one. Hey there.
women's rights, men were pushed back from this notion of being providers.
So listen, a journalist offered us some serious cash for evidence that Merriweather and the government have been getting a little too close. I won't sugarcoat this shit. We're raiding an underground IAA facility. It has a lockdown system, obviously, but I got a plan to deal with that. An EMP will override all that high-tech government bullshit in about 5 seconds. You go down, grab a couple hard drives, and get out.